Hi, my name is Courtney, and I am a sophomore at Carlisle County High School, proudly representing the Carlisle County FFA chapter. My business, Keyli's Crops, first commenced in the summer of 2024 of my freshman year as my supervised agricultural experience for FFA. With the help of my grandfather, I planted 1 acre of pumpkins consisting of 3 patches at his house. We decided to plant 3 seed varieties, jack-o'-lanterns, Casper, and Jack Be Little pumpkins, all which came at no cost because the seeds had been preserved from my grandfather's personal pumpkin patch of the previous year. Planting started in the last week of June, where we would use a tractor to help us make mounds to insert the seeds into. For the first few weeks, there was adequate moisture and precipitation that allowed the seeds to sprout with no complications, though this did not last long. Late July provided us with a drought, and I soon saw that the wilting plants needed irrigation, or their growth would be stunted and they may even die. I would originally approach this problem with a sprinkler system, though I soon saw that the issue that the sprinklers could not reach all of the plants to properly hydrate them, and with such a loose target area, there was a lot of water falling in the gaps of the mounds and being wasted. As an alternate solution, I decided to convert to a drip irrigation system that would give each plant a gallon of water every hour in their own concentrated areas. When this problem was solved, I had to shift my attention to a powdery substance I had noticed was accumulating on the leaves of many of the plants, as well as bugs that I had seen laying eggs on the undersides of the leaves. After I conducted research, I came to the conclusion I was dealing with powdery mildew and pumpkin bugs. I needed to get rid of this problem as soon as possible, so I would purchase fungicide and an insecticide to spray on the plants, as well as herbicide to spray on any weeds growing in the patches. As harvest season neared and the pumpkins were growing healthily, deer found the patch and began to eat some of the crop. To get over this last hurdle, I took my dog to live at my grandparents' house to deter any wildlife for the rest of the growing and harvest season. My earliest crop was maturing by late August, so to prepare for sales, I took many pictures of my matured pumpkins and some options the public would have. To promote my produce, I used Facebook to post the locations I set up my trailer of pumpkins, as well as their availability and pricing. I also would promote the purchase of my pumpkins to consumers through a pumpkin carving contest that customers were automatically entered into with the purchase of one of my pumpkins for cash prizes. Occasionally, people would use Facebook comments or messengers to give me specific orders of pumpkins they needed to be set aside for their purchase. Over the next 2 months, I would harvest and sell pumpkins at maturity. I had the ability to take many opportunities to sell to many places, such as a preschool class and a daycare center. I was also able to set up at various locations, including the Carlisle County School District, the Hickman County Harvest Festival, Fancy Farm, Milburn, as well as Mayfield and Graves County areas. At the end of the harvest season, my gross income was $1,900. I calculated my expenses from the growing season as displayed on this chart: $60 for fungicide, $40 for insecticide, $50 for herbicide, $60 for fertilizer, $435 for irrigation, $100 for tractor and equipment, and $60 for the well to run water, totaling to $805 in expenses. This totaled to a net profit of $1,065. It should also be noted that I did not have to pay for the expenses of the irrigation out of my pocket because it is my grandfather's system, though I include it when trying to figure out a profit for a more accurate number. An investment in my company would aid me in many of these costs associated with the expansion of my business. This farming year, I will be planting on 2 additional acres, and this grant would also allow me to grow specifically requested crops for my customers that were in high demand last year, specifically Cinderella pumpkins. Additionally, I would like to use one of the new acres of land on planting a popular sweet corn variety, Peaches and Cream. I will be able to manage the substantial growth to my business for many reasons, one being the location. The 2 new acres are located across from my house with a well system already in place. I will also be planting corn this upcoming year with a 4-row, no-till John Deere planter, which will be very time efficient and will cut down on any labor costs I may have had before. Additionally, hindsight has allowed me to learn many other things, such as what irrigation works the best for pumpkins and what diseases and pests I will need to spray for this upcoming growing and harvest season. I will continue to use the same marketing strategy through social media, where I will post my produce, prices, and location, as it proved very effective in the previous year. This grant would help me to pay for the upcoming cost of this next year, which I have charted to be $180 for fungicide, $120 for insecticide, $150 for herbicide, $600 for fertilizers, $870 for irrigation, $300 for tractor and equipment expenses, $180 to run electric for the well, $600 for lime, and $250 for crop seed, totaling to approximately $3,250 for all acreage. An investment in my company will aid me as I grow in this upcoming year and will help me build a strong customer base that will accumulate over the years with my farming experience. This investment will set me up for greater success year after year. Thank you for your time and consideration.